This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by Parties for You. For the best margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. By Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila. And by Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238. Welcome to Source Code News.
Fight! Perfect.
We are live every Thursday night on SCP Radio. We are your number one source in tech and gaming news. Join our chat room on scpradio.com or call in to be a part of the conversation.
Perfect. You win. News episode number 25, recorded on July 6th, 2017. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Hi.
What's up?
How was y'all's 4th of July?
Boring.
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 Boring. You know what I did? We just stared at each and looked at each other. Then my mom said, "Hey, y'all want to come in for barbecue?" Okay.
That was good.
We did that. So we go see my brother in the hood,
Cool.
sweat our butts off,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, we said, let's go home. So we decided to go home. That's what we did.
We heard fireworks. My mom thought it was gunshots.
Oh, and then Fluffy came by.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he came by. That was fun.
Sweet. Maybe you should put the
Nah.
camera.
I
So
want everybody to look at the blank screen.
at the blank screen. But
They don't see how we look like.
Oh,
That's
dang,
fine.
that's where we are. Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, you gotta adjust yours
too high?
a little bit too. There you go.
You're
right
not
there.
that tall.
Everybody
Cool. So yeah, I worked. That's what I did. I worked here, cleaning up the studio a bit. What else did we do?
You took the pets a bath.
I gave the dogs a bath.
Their yearly bath.
I gave the cat a bath.
You gave Toby a bath?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. How'd that go?
I only got scratched a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I made the dogs that little dog shower thing.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah. And
Ah.
I used that to give them a bath. They didn't even want to get near it because the water was on. But once they were in there, they just stood there and they didn't move. So give them a bath. You know?
They said, I'm cooling off right now.
Yeah, because it was really hot. So
Yeah, it was. It was
yeah,
hot.
I could tell like when I was giving them a bath and I was putting water, their back got cool. But then like underneath their stomach or whatever, you could just feel the heat just there.
Ooh.
It's like, golly, man.
Well, today, Chaka gave all three of ours a bath. One by one.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Well, I hope everybody had fun. There was a lot of fireworks here. We didn't even have to pop any because like 2 or 3 houses down, they were just steady chunking up fireworks.
Really? Y'all
Yeah.
didn't see the ones from downtown?
No, we didn't. We didn't see
Man.
that. Yeah. But oh well. It was cool. I mean, at least I got stuff done that I needed to get done, and it's good to go. All right. So back to the show. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news. We'll have product reviews, game reviews, as well as unboxings of our latest gadgets. So be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, and on YouTube, and follow us on SoundCloud and all of the social media sites. We do the show live every Thursday starting at 8:30 p.m. on scpradio.com. We have audio and video streams. Join the chat room that's there also, and you can chat with us. Faithy's keep an eye on that chat room. Junior's gonna keep an eye on the chat room on Facebook.
What?
I don't know how to do
Wally's
that.
gonna keep an eye on the other chat room, and X-Man is too. So
Yeah.
we're all good to go. If you want to call in and talk to us, talk to X-Man. The phone number is 832-910-7727. Ask us a tech question. or just join the conversation. You know, whatever we're talking about, you got an opinion, you know, to see what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some tech news.
You want to get into some tech news?
Yeah.
Tech news.
All right. So this one was also from last week. This news. What do you call it?
Article.
So Google was fined a record 2.4 billion by the EU for manipulating search results. So let me see. Google has been hit with a record-breaking 2.42 billion, which is 2.7 billion dollars, fined by the EU for breaking antitrust laws. The decision follows a 7-year investigation into the U.S. company's search algorithms, which ended with the judgment that Google has abused its dominant position by systematically favoring its own shopping comparison service. Today's fine is the largest antitrust judgment handed out by the executive body of the EU, topping a $1 billion penalty given to Intel in 2009. Wow, so the second highest was $1 billion. This is 2.7 billion.
Boy, they stuck it to them, didn't they?
Wow. Well, and Google's probably like, psh, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Let me see. The prime target of the case is Google Shopping, a price comparison feature built into the company's search engine. The commission's antitrust filing states that Google showed users results from the Google Shopping irrespective of their merits, depriving rival price comparison sites of traffic. The EU argues that because Google is overwhelmingly dominant in Europe, it should not be allowed to actively undermine competitors. Okay, so what do y'all think about that? So Google owns, they have this shopping feature on, you go to google.com, there's a thing that goes shopping, you type in a product, it gives you different companies you can buy from, but they say that it favors any Google stuff, if they have, if you could get it from them, they rather sell it to you. Kind of makes sense to me.
I mean, using their website. So.
You're using their website. Go to Yahoo if you don't want to use it.
No.
Yeah,
there's other search engines out there.
Yeah, to me, that the EU always does that. They come and they pull money from all the big U.S. companies. They did it to Microsoft so many times. Microsoft was, they bundle Internet Explorer with Windows. Well, shit, if you don't, what are you going to use to get online, the first thing I do is get on Internet Explorer, go to google.com and download Chrome.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it's good for.
Yeah, so what the hell? I mean, they make such a big, thing, but to me it's to get the money. It's to find
because I heard recently they're just trying to sue Facebook, YouTube and all this for having hate speech or something like that. They have like a rule: if you don't take that video down in 24 hours, we're gonna fine you.
We're gonna fine you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, it's not their fault. It's
whoever
uploaded it's fault.
Exactly.
So they're just trying to make money. I guess they're in real debt and they're like, we need money.
That's what it looks like. I mean, tell you the truth.
Yeah, just reading this, I'm like, I think they're in debt, and they're like, they don't want to say nothing. They're like,
I don't know. I don't really like that. I mean, I own a store and I sell the same product as my competitor and I have their product there in the store, I'm going to put mine up in front and say, look, buy this one.
Yeah.
Cuz it's mine. It's my store. I mean, it makes sense. I don't But I mean, I know there's other things that Google does, like if there's a competitor that does ads and they say you type in I want to do ads or whatever and Google Ads will be the first one. They'll be like, right here, we're the number one site. You get us, start using us, pay us to do ads. So I mean, I get it though. I mean, if you don't like it, go to Yahoo or
Bing.
That's still around?
Yeah, I was on it the other day. I'm like, wait,
for real?
Yeah, I was on my second Hotmail account and I said, you have these many points, use them.
Oh,
enough for nothing though, but
it wasn't enough for anything.
I was just like, because I used to do it just to get like Well, back then, you remember when the Xbox had Microsoft points?
Oh, you could use it for that?
Yeah, back then, but not anymore. Well,
yeah.
you still can, just gift cards.
Gift cards.
But you have to reach $10 or something.
Yeah, in order to get something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's what I think about that. I think the EU's just taking advantage.
Mhm.
I mean, but it sucks because if Google says, "Well, no, I don't want to pay," then you're not allowed in our country.
Mhm.
We're not gonna
gonna
allow
block
you.
the website.
Yeah, they'll block it in the. So they have a big control over that. They say Google has the monopoly, but they have a monopoly too. There, I mean, I don't like that.
Yeah, and it looks to me like they want to control the internet.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell?
It's
Who gave you
not-
permission to control the internet? The
I-
internet's
I'm
for
like,
the world.
I didn't think you created the internet.
Exactly. It's for the
So-
world. It's not for you. But okay. All right. So let's go to Nokia. So there's an ad subsidized Nokia. Nokia 6 goes up on Amazon for $179 along with a $99 Moto E4.
They still make that phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Man,
knew
the
that
key was
a
back in
thing.
the day.
So ad subsidized. Y'all know what that is?
No.
No.
So the
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the phone's cheaper because there's gonna be ads probably on certain screens. I don't know. I know like Amazon on their their little
The Fire.
the Fire
Tablet.
tablet.
Yeah.
They have one that's subsidized with ads.
Yeah, I had
So
one.
there's
before.
ads all over the screen, the front screen, right?
Yeah, I have one like that.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what it is. So ahead of its availability in early July, the Nokia 6 is now up for pre-order on Amazon for just $179, like the Moto G5 Plus. Amazon is offering a Prime exclusive edition of this Nokia 6 with lock screen ads, knocking $50 off the retail price of the device. Amazon is also kicking off sales of an ad-subsidized version of the Moto E4, which will retail for just $99. So, what do y'all think? Would y'all pay the $50 extra not to have ads? Just get the
Okay,
cheaper one?
look. My phone has ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to put ads on my phone just to get money.
Yeah, so
Same.
I don't.
So
it's-
why am I gonna get a phone that has ads
Already?
already and I'm not getting nothing out of
Well,
it?
you
Yeah.
think of it this way.
And I
you're
have
getting
like two lock screens of mine that has ads and I'm just getting paid every time just swiping
That's
it.
$50
Well,
right there, right away. $50.
Well, I'm getting money. I'm not paying them. Bro. Like they're gonna get the money for having ads on my phone.
Yeah, they're
but
gonna
I'm
get that
getting
money.
money because putting ads in my phone. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how many times I already got like free coffee and everything from Starbucks with these ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay. So yeah, I would probably pay $50 to get the ads removed. I wouldn't want the
Well,
ads
I remember when I did that with my Fire tablet. It was just like $15.
to get them off.
Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah.
back when they first started doing that.
Yeah.
So now they're like, oh, people are actually doing it. Let's pay more.
Yeah, so the Nokia 6 is the first Nokia device to be sold in the U.S. following the HMD Global's acquisition of the brand name. With the phone featuring a 5.5 Full HD display, 1.4 gigahertz octa-core Snapdragon 436 chipset, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, micro SD slot, 16 megapixel camera, and an 8 megapixel front shooter. 3,000 milliamp battery, dual Dolby Atmos speakers. The phone is compatible with AT&T and T-Mobile and runs the new Nougat out of the box, Android 7.1.
That battery seems kind of small.
Well-
that's not enough amperage for that.
That's around what they. I don't remember what mine has, but that's around what they ship with.
I have no
You need
idea
like 42
what
milliamp.
you just said.
Yeah, but
Right.
you wanted What'd you say, Faith?
I have no idea what the heck you just read.
I just told you that it's an actual decent phone.
Oh, okay.
That it's more toward the top end than the lower end. It actually those are good specs. Those are the specs for the phone. It's not bad. But I mean, yeah, you can have better, like the newest phone that costs $800. But this phone here costs $179,
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting pretty decent quality, you know. So
Well, yeah, compared to this Moto E4, it almost has the same thing, but it has a 5 milli milliamp. Excuse me, 5 megapixel front camera, finger sensor at the front. Still runs the Nougat. Okay, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon.
Oh.
But it's got a 2800 milliamp battery.
Mm-hmm. Smaller.
Yeah, and a smaller screen. It's only a 720
Yeah, I saw 720 display. I don't know if I could go to that. I have mine running on the higher than HD quality.
Your battery's going down.
When I get home is when it starts to say
Slow.
15%,
Oh, okay.
and that's that I use it the
yeah,
whole
and you listen to
all
podcasts,
day
right?
I
long.
know. I'm like, man,
So,
you never
for
have
Well,
now
I
it-
use my phone every day, all day, so
Yeah.
I constantly
Yeah,
have
but-
to have it on my
Charger?
Charger. Yeah.
I used to by lunch it was dead, but by 1:00 it was dead. So I would put it to charge at lunch and go inside and eat, and then come back and leave it charging until I was pretty high on the battery, and then I would use it again until I got home and it would be dying again. But now, like, since it's still new, it lasts till like I said
Yeah.
until I'm almost home.
Yeah, but I noticed that if you add more stuff to your phone, it slows it down.
more apps and stuff. Or
yeah,
what?
yeah, like
different.
apps,
Yeah.
and then it will drain your battery because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
running in the background.
They're
Yeah.
running in the background. Yeah.
I guess I should delete some now.
Yep.
That's why I don't even have games.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've been
like-
deleting games, and I'm like,
I know, and then I can delete some of the stuff that comes with the phone.
oh, man, I wish they could do that.
Like, I got like
I'm
19.
like, I don't need this security thing.
Oh,
I know.
yeah, I know.
Like, oh my god.
I don't have none of that crap. I did at one point download this one security thing. It says it checks apps, and then you can click to tell it to refresh the RAM.
hmm
I think it was making the phone slower because it
Yeah.
was working better without it.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
got
This
rid of
is
it.
one. Yeah, so I have one, and so far it's been good,
That's good.
but
Yeah,
it doesn't have all those features the other apps have.
Mm.
I just wanted to do one thing.
Yeah.
Just delete the junk.
yeah, the bloatware.
Yeah, whatever. Just delete that. That's all I need. I don't need no cool down the phone, and I think that uses a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Cool down the phone. I'm like, really? We don't need that.
I know. I don't need.
Yeah, that's not
Just stick it in
needed.
front of the fan and be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not needed. So, okay, let's go to the next one. Volvo's driverless cars can't figure out kangaroos.
You can't tell what a doggone kangaroo is.
Yeah,
Well,
you know
they're
how
like humans. If you go in front.
I know.
the driverless cars,
Too late.
they have a camera in front. They're
Uh-huh.
watching what's going, so they can track like animals walking around. They know it's a dog. They know it's a cat. They know it's a horse. Whatever. Don't run into it. But for some reason, a kangaroo hops out in front of it, and they don't know what the hell it is.
Oh my
So
god.
they just hit it?
Well, no, I don't know.
Oh my-
I don't remember. Okay, let's see.
They probably are just testing it. They're in the car, like, oh, wait. It's not slowing down.
So the Swedes, geniuses that they are,
Geniuses.
Oh, man.
have long led the world in conquering the moose test. But here's one thing that they don't seem prepared for: the kangaroo test. Volvo began into how autonomous vehicles would react when encountering animals over a year ago, and they noticed these marsupials a lot harder for computers to figure out than expected. It turns out the hopping of the kangaroos throws off the car detection system. The cameras and sensors aboard a self-driving car typically use the ground as a reference point. Volvo found that the system has a tough time predicting random jumping movements of a kangaroo. So it's when it's in mid-flight, it's like, what the hell? Where is
It
it?
disappeared.
It's not touching the ground. I don't know where
It
it's at.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So, okay, we've noticed the kangaroos being in mid-flight. When it's in the air, it actually looks like it's further away. Then it lands and it looks closer. Wow. Okay, if you look at a roo sitting at the side of a road, standing at the side of the road in motion, all these shapes are actually different. So yeah, it can't figure it out because the moment it's in the air, it's like, oh, it's way over there. Then it lands. Oh shit, it's right here. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I thought that was funny. Damn, computers don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
See, how are they gonna rule the world?
Yeah.
Computers ain't gonna rule the world.
Well, just
Come
wait
on.
till someone figures that out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, then the AI is gonna come. Hey, Mike, didn't you say we weren't gonna rule the world? You're the first one. We're gonna
Yep.
turn into a battery, like the Matrix.
You've been watching that movie a little bit too much, man.
Oh yeah, huh? I watch it all the time. It's
Exactly.
my daily driver.
Never watched
When I
it.
drive
Oh
to
my
work,
gosh.
I watch the Matrix. I don't know
Oh
how to
my
get to
God.
work, but I watch the Matrix. So let's skip up a couple of articles to Trump accuses Amazon
no.
of
Oh
not
my God.
paying internet taxes, which aren't a thing.
Trump is a
Right. I was like, wait.
I was like,
I don't
So-
pay state to there's no.
In an apparent attempt to discredit the Washington Post, the day after it published a report on fake Donald Trump Time magazine covers hanging up at his golf course, the president posted one of his most confusing tweets since taking
Kofifi.
office.
Oh.
Kofifi.
Kofifi.
Don't get those wizards back on it.
Oh, not the
Oh my
wizard
Don't
thing
God.
rank
again.
the wizards.
funny.
All right, syntax issued aside, the sentence makes absolutely no sense. Of course, there is no such thing as an internet tax. Trump was likely referring to sales tax, but Amazon started collecting sales tax nationwide in April. Also, even though Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos bought the Post in 2013, Amazon is a completely separate entity from the news outlet. This is far from the first time Trump has made false claims about Amazon and the Post. In 2015, Trump wrote on Twitter that Bezos owns the paper to keep taxes down at his no-profit company. And at a rally last fall, Trump claimed he would go after Amazon during his first 100 days. Amazon, which through its ownership controls the Washington Post, should be paying massive taxes, but it's not paying. And it's very unfair. It's a very unfair playing field, and you see what that's happening and what that's doing to department stores all over the country. Very, very unfair. And you're talking about billions and billions of dollars. They should be paying those taxes. Bezos responded to Trump's attack in 2015 by offering him to send him into space.
I like him already.
Yeah.
Okay, so just last week, however, Trump met with Bezos during a gathering of the American Technology Council, which was tasked with helping the president figure out how to modernize federal technology. They must have avoided the topic of internet taxes. So, but yeah, he sent a tweet saying Amazon isn't paying internet taxes, and that's not fair. But there is no internet tax. Doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever.
I feel smart now.
Yeah. So I remember it's been almost a couple of years since they've been charging taxes on the internet. I remember
Yeah, I remember
at
this
the
too.
very beginning, I would always buy everything on Amazon because there was no taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But then the cities, the states started coming down on them and saying, people here need to pay their taxes. And what they were doing before was saying, okay, well, go on Amazon, like at the end of the year when it's time to do your taxes, look at all the stuff you bought, add it all up, do the 0.08 taxes, and pay that on your own to pay, so that you paid your taxes. But now Amazon does it for you. You know, it shows there you're paying the taxes. So I don't know what he's talking about. Let's hear what Cazadores has to say.
No.
Hey bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
All right, so let's get into some science.
No, not science.
Science news.
All right, a new study confirms that oceans are warming rapidly. An anonymous reader shares a report from The Guardian written by John Abraham, who discusses the rising ocean temperatures and the important factors that affect ocean temperature accuracy. The most important measurement of global warming is in the oceans. In fact, global warming is really ocean warming. If you are going to measure the changing climate of the oceans, you need to have many sensors spread out across the globe that take measurements from the ocean surface to the very depths of the waters. Importantly, you need to have measurements that span decades so a long-term trend can be established. These difficulties are tackled by oceanographers, and a significant advancement was presented in a paper just published in the journal Climate Dynamics. That paper, which I was fortunate to be in, well, not me, looked at 3 different ocean temperature measurements made by 3 different groups. They found that regardless of whose data was used or where the data was gathered, the oceans are warming. In the paper, they describe perhaps the 3 most important factors that affect ocean temperature accuracy. First, sensors can have biases. They can be hot or cold, and these biases can change over time. Another source of uncertainty is related to the fact that we just don't have sensors at all ocean locations and at all times. Some sensors which are dropped from cargo ships are densely located along major shipping routes. Other sensors dropped from research vessels are also confined to specific locations across the globe. Finally, temperatures are usually referenced to a baseline climatology. So when we have temperatures, so when
temperatures have increased by 1 degree.
By 1 degree, okay. It is important to say that the baseline climatology is, say what the baseline climatology is. Have temperatures increased by 1 degree since the year 1990, since the year 1970s, since the 1900s? The choice of baseline climatology really matters. Okay, so that's one thing that, like, I hear a lot of people say that, oh, you know, what is it? Global warming is not real. It's made up, like Trump. Mm-hmm. You know, they make a big deal. Like, we had that one senator that comes into the, you know, Senate or whatever, and says, look, and he had remember I talked about it, he had a snowball, and he throws it and it says, global warming, how is there snow? You know, that they don't understand. Yeah. So, you know, one thing about global warming is the weather, it becomes like extremes, extreme heat and extreme cold. Oh, yeah. You know, extreme hurricanes, all the weather becomes extreme. It's not normal like we've been used to. You know, we've been used to, it gets a certain temperature in the heat, and then it gets a certain temperature in the cold, and we know how bad the hurricanes and stuff are. Well, stuff is starting to climb higher on both ends, and stuff is just getting more extreme, which is what global warming is about. And when you say, oh, well, 1 degree is nothing, you know, people have said, oh, it's just 1 degree, it's been 10 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, it can be what's freezing temperature? 43 degrees, do y'all know? 43 or 42?
Yeah.
42 or 43, something like that is the freezing temperature. Okay, let's say it's 42 degrees. I don't remember. But let's say at 43, stuff isn't frozen. It's right there about to get frozen, right? So let's say over there in the North Pole where we have all this ice, or in the South Pole where we have this big old chunk of ice, we want to keep it there. Because, I mean, the ice, the white of the ice reflects the sun back. So when that ice dissolves, there's no land there. So now you're just talking about water. Water absorbs heat. So there's a big difference from reflecting the sun to absorbing the sun. So all of a sudden you get rid of the ice, and then now the sun, instead of getting reflected, it just gets absorbed into the ocean. It just sucks in that heat, and now everything starts to what do you say when you have the, not a domino effect, well, I guess, yeah, like a domino effect. You know, it gets worse and worse and worse, faster, you know. And let's say the temperatures are at 43 degrees right now. 42 degrees. But every year or every couple of years, it gets a degrees warmer. Mm-hmm. So then when it becomes 43, stuff starts to melt. And if it's 43 degrees, it's going to melt it. I mean, it may take years for it all to melt because it's surrounded by ice, but it will melt eventually. And then we don't have it, and then all of a sudden everything cascades into, you know, what we don't want. Mm-hmm. And they're saying, I saw a paper saying that we have about 3 years to correct our shit, to correct our bad habits of the coal, like the cars. We need to get to electric cars. We need to get to having panels on the houses, clean energy, renewable energy. We keep using oil and coal and or whatever, you know, we have
got rid of all that.
We need to do this in 3 years. We need to change Trump's mind.
And we're not going to change. And especially the leaders we have right now that don't even believe it.
Trying to bring back the clean coal.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
I mean, a lot of people, well, like, just like he would say, you know what, even if, you know, like, let's say they were to talk to Trump off the air, and he says, okay, well, yeah, it may be happening, but I don't think it matters. What does it matter to him? Because, you know, this when shit goes bad, it's gonna be years, you know, down the road.
Yeah, it's like your grandchildren,
Yes.
not you, president.
So he doesn't care because it's not.
I mean, it won't affect. Yeah, it won't affect him. It will affect
everybody else
later on. And to me, I mean, he's a leader. He's supposedly our leader, right? So shouldn't he set an example? Shouldn't he be trying to set a good example as a human being?
Yeah.
Right?
He should, but he's not a human being.
But he's not. It's all he doesn't care. And that really gets to me that, you know, like me, I'm always been about I call it a humanist. You know, like we have certain things that are natural to us. Like they've done studies with kids, with babies, where they'll get puppets. They'll get 2 puppets or 3 puppets, and one puppet hits the other one, right? Like it's like dude hitting another dude, and this one starts to cry, right? The one that's getting hit. Well, the kids feel bad. You see a little kid can't even talk, doesn't know nothing, doesn't been taught nothing, can't talk, can't do nothing. He'll start crying, or he'll go and try to stop the one hitting the other one, right? And when one is acting good and helping the other, he gets happy, he likes it. It's natural. It's nothing but human. It's our human, you know, it's in our DNA. It's who we are. To have these type of I don't know
emotions.
Yeah, and you know how we act in general, how we think people should act and stuff like that, you know. And to me, being, you know, human, you want to help. You want to have, when you die, you hope that the humans, even though you're gonna die, you hope that the human race succeeds. Because if something catastrophic happens here, and the whole world population ends up dying, or let's say a humongous chunk of the population dies, there's a chance that there won't be enough people to survive and keep going.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. There's no one else. There's no other world. We don't have another world. Right now we have all the eggs in one basket. If Earth dies, there's no more humans. We're done. We're like gone like the dinosaurs, right? There's no more of us. So we need to make sure we stay going. We have the brains to do it, except for our leader right now. You know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to be rude to whoever, you know, voted and likes him and stuff. I mean, but he shouldn't be the way he is. I mean,
I guess it's how he grew up. I guess because he gets everything handed
he's
to
privileged.
him. Yeah. Well,
but there's a lot of privileged people that I listen to, and they're not like that. Science is a big factor, and to him it's like science, he doesn't care, you know. Him is all about money, you know.
Business
and for some reason a lot of people they applaud him on that. Oh, you know, he knows about money.
Successful business.
Successful businessman is not even true.
Yeah.
That's not even true, you know. And they will fight you. People will fight you on that, and it's not true that he's not a successful businessman. If
he was, everything will be
Trump
under his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
he tried to, but he didn't succeed.
That's the thing. He's not successful, you know. And the stuff he has, he does it crookedly, and you know, it's he gyps
whatever
people.
Less with the cheapest.
Yeah, the cheapest way of doing stuff. But anyways, I don't know. I disagree with all his, you know, his way of thinking. I don't know. I mean, like, he can think. People can think, oh, it's because he's tough. We need a tough person.
No,
That's
he's not.
That's not to me. That's not being tough. That's dumb. And if you can't, you know, you're right now supposedly the leader of you know, the free world, the United States. You need to act like that. You need to be more responsible. You know, that's not cool. All right, so let's mention our number one sponsor here at SCP Radio.
Is that me?
No, not you.
But, man.
And you can put up the picture. But before I even go into that, we already mentioned one of our sponsors was Tequila Cazadores. But see, we didn't get that sponsor until we got Parties for You. He's the one. George Gonzalez is the one that brought Cazadores to us. So now we're sponsored by both. But one thing I want to say, when you have a sponsor, you need to treat the sponsor right. When if you lose a sponsor, you don't go and start talking crap about them, you know, because maybe one day down the road, you know, y'all you might be able to get them back as a sponsor again. You know, you don't burn your bridges, right? There's you know, a lot of people I've seen that they lose a sponsor and they want to blame everybody when it's their fault. You know, they lost the sponsor because they don't know they don't know how to treat them right. It's all about them. They don't even, you know, represent their sponsor correctly or anything, you know. And when the sponsors see that, and they're like, why would I give you anything, you know, if you're not going to even appreciate, you know, what I do for you, you know. And you know, and then they go and they talk mess about them, in which to me that is just
that's like I don't know what's the word, like, I don't know, two-faced or like,
well, yeah,
hypocritical,
hypocrite, yeah, you know. And one
backstabber,
yeah, something like that.
He'll tell, you know, they'll tell the sponsor, I'm the one that promotes you the most when they don't, when everybody sees that you don't. You know, and the sponsor's like, whatever, I've been seeing, you know, this whole time, you know. But it's just retarded how some people, you know, or companies or whatever are. But that's not us at SCP Radio, because our number one sponsor is Parties for You. They are the best margarita machine rentals in Houston.
Hellraiser.
The Hellraiser and the Mango Passions are exclusive to Parties for You. They're the ones that came up with the flavor. George Gonzalez came up with that flavor. He did the mixing and he came up, especially the Hellraiser. That is an awesome margarita. You can actually try it at Shooters. They don't call it the Hellraiser though at Shooters. They call it the Shooterita.
The Shooterita.
The Shooters Rita or something. Shooterita. Really? So you go to Shooters, ask them for the Shooterita. That's the Hellraiser. Because Parties for You has made a home now at Shooters, and they're also gonna start selling, or they're selling now, Tequila Cazadores there, which they weren't before. But because of SCP Radio, George Gonzalez, Parties for You, said, "Oh, if y'all are making y'all's home at Shooters, I would like to come along and you know, make my home there too." So you know, we treat our sponsors right, and they treat us right. So if you want to try it, go there. If you know one of anybody from SCP Radio, you want to come to the studio or something, check out a show and maybe try out a margarita, you know, you can always message us and maybe we'll set it up next time we have a big event or something here and we bring in people. You know, you might be able to come in. So make sure you call George Gonzalez for Parties for You for your next event. So the phone number is 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. That's Parties for You. Let them know that SCP Radio sent you.
And this is for your weddings, your quinceañeras,
anything.
Your divorce party?
Divorce parties.
Your get down freaky party, but we don't want to know about that. Maybe George does, but not.
Yeah. All
but
right.
for any party.
Any party. Alrighty, so let's get into some gaming news. Ooh, scary.
Game news.
Alright, let's mention Xbox Game Pass lineup expands with 7 games in July.
That's for you guys. That's not for me.
Have you tried it already or no?
No, I haven't tried it. I haven't had time to sit down and try it. It's okay. Dead Island, Resident Evil 6, and more coming to Xbox Game Subscription Service. Microsoft is adding 7 games to its Xbox Game Pass program on July 1st, which they already did, including the Xbox One versions of Dead Island, Resident Evil 6. The monthly subscription service currently includes 112 Xbox One and backward compatible Xbox 360 titles. All right, here are the 7 Dead Island Definitive Edition, Resident Evil 6, F1 2015. That F1, that's a racing game?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's a Formula One.
Formula 1, okay.
Yeah.
The Flame in the Flood. I don't know that one. What is that?
I don't know. It's probably like a zombie game. I don't know.
Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. Bard's Gold. What's that? Bard's Gold. I don't know what that is.
Guacamele.
Guacamelee.
Sounds like a rockabye game or something.
Okay.
Monaco. What's yours is mine. Oh, that's what I tell my wife. What's yours is mine. And what's mine is mine. So, let me see. Xbox Game Pass launched in June
Yeah, waiting for it.
with a library of more than 100 titles. The program lets subscribers download and play select Xbox One and 360 titles for $10 a month, $9.99. Microsoft has pledged to add at least 5 new games to the Game Pass catalog each month and says it won't start removing or rotating titles out of the program until this November. Xbox One owners can try Game Pass for free for a 14-day trial. That's cool. Whenever I decide, when I get some vacation time, do the 14-day trial.
You wouldn't dare.
I would.
Oh.
Okay, let me see. Nintendo. Should we go to Nintendo? No. Let's go to Apple's new augmented reality kit.
Augmented reality kit.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Yep, makes Minecraft look magical in AR.
No, thank you.
Never mind.
So that picture there, it's a real table, and then there's Minecraft stuff on it.
oh wait.
No.
Are you sure that's not
No.
I
The
saw the
Microsoft?
video. I know it looks like it, but they kind of gave up on that. Let me see. Thanks to Apple and its new augmented reality framework for mobile, one resourceful game designer has managed to render smash hit title Minecraft in AR, and it looks infinitely fun. Toying around with the Unity 3D and the recently released AR kit, AR enthusiast Matthew Hallberg has come up with a way to use Apple's new framework to blend his physical surroundings with the virtual world of Minecraft. Much like the real thing, the game lets you mess around with various tools to build and break blocks. Only this time around, you get to this in the backdrop of the real world.
Okay.
Check to see who's this. If it's someone bad, shut the door.
If it's a dog,
Um,
Gooey.
Was it the dog? Probably, huh? Okay, so I saw a video of this. Very impressive. The guy goes to that on that picture there. The guy goes there to the sink and just starts adding blocks and the trees and stuff. And then he clicks on the. If you see the picture, he has the axe, the pickaxe. The pickaxe. He starts cutting into the blocks that are sitting on this table. So then after, if you can tell, there's a hole in that. There's in the center of it, like a doorway. Well, he does that, and then he goes outside to the backyard or to the front yard, and it's enclosed in a gate, and he's standing kind of far back. Well, he adds a huge block into the center of his yard. He puts a couple of them, stacks them up. Then he walks up close to it with the axe and starts hitting it. And he walks into the center of it. He can see that he's inside it. He walks through it, gets on the other side, turns around, and it's there. He walks around it, and he starts adding trees and stuff into this. Shit looks pretty badass.
Man, just imagine people walking out in the park, building stuff. And like, what are they doing? They're
What are they doing? Yeah.
There it goes with the Pokemon again.
Oh my god.
I know, but the Pokemon was good, honestly.
All right. So next, let me see. Should we mention Star Fox?
What's
Ooh,
the
Star
heck?
Fox.
Oh my
They
god.
still playing it?
Yeah.
Star
Maybe
Fox.
that's why the dogs were banging on the door.
Yeah, that's
Star
what I
Fox
was
was
gonna
pretty
say.
fun.
Because I heard that.
I never played Star Fox. And see, Star Fox 2 never came out.
They were supposed to have another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it never
Well,
was released.
I think you're playing the one on the GameCube, right?
Yeah.
No, this is the older one.
This is the old version, the first Star
okay.
Fox.
Yeah.
And then they had a Star Fox 2. Well, it's finally going to come out on the new SNES
What, 30
Classic.
years later?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Like, no, I'm going to, like, try to get it.
You are? You want one?
Yeah. It's
Um,
probably going to be the same price, right? I don't know. I haven't heard
80,
it.
like around $80.
Oh, how much
I heard-
was the
I don't
NES?
remember. I don't know, but you're probably going to, if you can't get it at the store, it's going to be $400.
I know. I get two, then I'm going to start selling it.
Sell it. No, so they're finally gonna the programmer that made Star Fox 2 found out that they're gonna finally release it officially with the new SNES. He found out with everybody else. He didn't know. They never told him.
Oh,
What
that
the heck?
sucks.
Yeah. So all of a sudden he's like, whoa, they're gonna release it finally.
Well, it's not his property.
It's not his property,
Yeah,
but
so,
he's
yeah,
the
he
one
created it,
that,
yeah.
he did the
So,
you
yeah.
know, the
Yeah, it
programming.
makes sense, though.
Yeah, but the thing I hear is, I mean, people have played it because the ROM was out, and people would put it on. They would put them on other cartridges. You know, they would get the cartridge and they would put the ROM on the cartridge. You had to put it on a specific kind of cartridge, and then you could play it on your Nintendo or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. But they also said that it sucks.
What?
So
That
I
it
guess
was-
that's
that's
they
why they
didn't
didn't release
it.
That's why it was never released. 'Cause it sucked.
They had testers and like, oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't put this out. So that's supposedly a lot of people are saying, "Oh wow, the SNES, the main game is gonna be Star Fox 2 because it's never been out. It's a brand new game."
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they say it sucks, but I don't know. I've never played it, so and a lot of people liked Star Fox 1. So I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be worth getting, but I mean the SNES, it does look cool. I just don't know if I would want to spend.
I hope the cords are longer. I heard the.
Yeah,
ones.
they're longer cords.
Okay.
But I got mine over there, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I wanted like for my sister to play, cause
Yeah.
she already took over my Xbox and
Yeah.
and the Wii U and
Oh my god.
the
Yeah.
other day she was playing Super Mario World on the Wii U and I'm like I'll do whatever, I don't care.
Yep.
And now she's playing online like on Mario
Oh my
Kart and
God.
she gets online in Mario Kart. I'm like, hey, you missing my
Katie.
points. Nah, like I just don't care.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, man.
Oh well. All right, PS Plus. PS Plus free games for July 2017. Who sees it? Somebody want to get that one? or-
Yeah. Oh, full lineup. Okay.
Yeah. Full lineup.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Wow. Game of Thrones. Tokyo Jungle. Darkstalkers Resurrection. Element 4i. That's what it is.
I guess.
Don't Die, Mr. Robot for PS Vita. And then you can also play it on the PS4.
PS4.
That's cool. Until Dawn. That's a pretty good game.
That was like a good game.
Yeah, it's one of those story games. You choose your own adventure games.
Really good.
A horror-
It's like what's it called Life is Strange, kind of like that. But
Yeah, but this is a horror game.
Yeah, that's the butterfly effect thing.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How much is PS Plus? You know?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Nope, because I don't have it.
You don't have it?
not anymore.
Now on that, do y'all know if you keep the games after you stop paying for the PS Plus?
You should probably.
I think you should.
I don't know. Find out.
I know the Xbox does,
Yeah,
but I don't know
the
about the
Xbox
PlayStation.
does.
And I've been thinking getting a PS Vita, but them things are. I look online, 150. Nah, I ain't worth it.
No.
I mean, they stopped making them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you still charging 100? Like this
Yeah.
morning, I was because I get bored in my truck, just sitting there doing nothing. So I'm like, I need something to do, entertain me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how much is a PS Vita?
I still have my
160.
PSP.
I'm like, nah. Let me. And then I look how much a PSP is just to see what are $25 for a PSP. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
dang, it dropped the price
How
down.
much?
$25.
Oh, I
A
have
GameStop.
I have my PSP.
I connected today and charged it, and the light turned on, and I turned it on. It's like, what year is it? I had to I took the dust out, and Yeah. Well, I'm like, man, for 160, I would rather save another 160 to buy a Nintendo Switch instead of that. Yeah, well, I'm thinking of getting a Nintendo Switch.
The Switch? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks kind of cool. That it, it's probably gonna be the best handheld system you've ever had. I'm pretty sure. But what else? What do you play? I mean, to me, like if
there's
I
no
bought
games though. That's the only
yeah.
thing. There's no games. The only game is on there like Mario Kart. I already have Mario Kart. I already have the DLC and everything.
If I were to get that, what would I buy?
Street Fighter.
Exactly. That's the only thing that got my attention.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like,
Fighter.
yeah, Street Fighter is the classic one. Like,
and it's the new version of it. You can
HD
play
or
it,
something.
You can play it in the new style or the old style.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like more people than the
normal.
Okay. So it's a little different, but
it's still the same thing.
It plays like which is butter.
Okay.
This is what I want.
Yeah.
Everybody wants. So that's if I got that, of course. Because that's where I used to do the Super Nintendo. On the SNES, that's where I played Street Fighter the most. If my dad wouldn't take me to Super Track to go play games, I was on the Super Nintendo playing.
Man,
Street Fighter.
you used to go to Super Track
to play. He would give me like $5 of quarters, and I would use some of them, but just some. They're on Street Fighter until he was like, "We gotta go already," or whatever, or something like that, But speaking of that, I see my dad commented that he sees us, and for Faithy to stop laughing.
What? What am I laughing at?
But yeah.
Yeah. I heard that the Super Street Fighter, was it the Street Fighter 2, or is gonna be on the system, the SNES, whatever.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really gonna buy it.
Well, I have it on that. I have the game you're talking about is there, and see I know on the NES Classic, people were saying there was a lot of lag. There was a delay on the controller.
Oh, okay.
And so,
well, there is an emulator, so
I know, but they were saying that emulator compared to like the emulator on that one's better. But I don't know. I mean, that could be people's opinion. They didn't have their TV monitor set up correctly, because there's there'll be lag if you don't set up your TV correctly, because the TVs are slow. They're not like monitors. Monitors are a lot faster, so you got to set it up. You got to either put it on game mode or something so it can have a quick refresh. That could be the problem, but I don't know. Didn't have one, so yeah. And then it's running HDMI, so the SNES and Nintendo, they weren't meant for HDMI. So, all right. Let's see. Let's mention the last sponsor, and then let's get into a discussion. Who's that? Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bond. No. So, it's just that's how we are here in SCP Radio. We got DJ in the party. We need a DJ. We will DJ for you. You want drinks? We got Tequila Cazadores. We got parties for you with the margaritas. And then on your way home, if you get put in jail, we got Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds to get you out. So it's like a all-in-one here at SCP Radio. So if you or someone are always getting into trouble on the weekends when you're out partying, of course, Junior. That's why he hasn't been here. He's been in jail. This last couple of times. He hasn't been here because he's been in jail. So, Junior, did you even call Miss Alberta?
Yeah, that's the first number.
Okay. So everybody else, because Junior remembers, because I told him it's 713 Best Bet. It's real easy. 713 Best Bet. So Junior remember, he was like, even though he was drunk as hell, he's like, look, 713 Best Bet. Okay, let me dial the number. And like Faithy, she doesn't know that Best Bet, you can actually dial that on the phone.
I didn't know that either.
You didn't know that either.
I didn't know.
So she doesn't feel bad now. She's not the only one.
You're not alone, Faith. But see, Faith didn't know that Best Bet, you can just dial that. It's actually 237-8238. So that's what Best Bet is. But if you look at the phone, there's letters right there next to the numbers.
Yeah, Yeah, I always wondered
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. So back in the day, we'd have keyboards on the phone. So those numbers were how you text.
Yeah.
So like if you wanted like to, like a number, you wanted to push 2, you had to. I mean, if you wanted to push
a letter, you would
like
push B or something. Yeah.
A, B. So you had to press it twice and stop, and that was B.
Mm-hmm.
And then you over here, another letter, you gotta push until because there's like 3 or 4 on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
3 to
So
for each
yeah.
number.
So yeah. So anyways, 713-237-8238. Just remember that number. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give Miss Alberta a call, and she will hook you up. And make sure you let her know that SCP Radio sent you. All right, so I want to let me see. I already talked a little bit. See, that was one of the things, but I got to it earlier. The global warming about how people think, it's just 1 degree. Well, how does that hurt? Well, if you think, freezing is 42, not freezing is 43 degrees. I mean, and that 1 degree makes a huge difference, a humongous difference, So let me see. Y'all want to talk about outer space travel?
Game.
Space travel.
What the heck, space travel?
What about y'all got a specific game? Like I saw PlayerUnknown. Have you started playing that? You still not playing it?
I want to buy it, but because it's a Steam sale, and that happened last week, right? And that game was not a part of the Steam sale.
It wasn't.
No, and it was still #1 bought.
That's why it wasn't a Steam sale.
And I'm like,
people are paying full price for it. Why would they want to?
Yeah, so the game I bought was the one popular before that, H1Z1.
Yeah.
And it was $10. I'm like, so I bought a $20 gift card. I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and try out buy this game. And I was asking Mikey what game he has, whatever, and he has sucky games. But I'm like, no, I want some entertaining games.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to cough up the extra $10 just to get.
So what is it? You said it's 20?
What?
For
H1Z1 is 20. What the other one's $30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah, and but I'm just thinking, like, should I buy it or should I just wait till it comes out on Xbox?
Yeah.
Just
So
wait until it comes out on Xbox. Because all of us can play it.
yeah, that's the thing. You need people. You need friends. I don't have friends.
If you play by yourself, it's like hard. That's
Oh, yeah.
the thing.
So I don't know if I would even like that game.
Let's try it. What? Play this game. It's free. I tell you about it. It's Last Man Standing.
Is
And-
it on Xbox?
No.
No,
It's on the PC.
computer?
Yeah. So if you have time or you have
Yeah.
just download it and then see if you like it. And then
Wait, it's free?
what? Last Man Standing?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is just like
But you need a good PC to play
you
it.
need a PC. See, and does it work on?
No, not Mac. No.
Does it work on Mac?
No.
Nope.
Never mind.
Nope, he's never
No.
gonna play it.
No, I have to kick Mikey. Oh no, he has a Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Crap. I don't have a good. This one here.
Me?
No, I don't think that can handle it. Does it need powerful graphics? It can go.
Not
run.
really.
I
don't.
can put it on the low.
Yeah, because I played on my laptop and it's just like
Kind of
25 to 30 frames per second.
Mm.
So it would drop here and there.
Yeah.
But
You can't play it
And
on
do
my
you-
laptop.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because my laptop is okay, but not. It can't run
Yeah, not full.
full speed.
Yeah.
No,
I
just
would-
my desktop. That thing runs 90.
Yeah, it's beautiful on there.
And I don't have no problems frame dropping or anything.
Yeah. Okay, I know I saw something the other day. Okay, y'all remember? I haven't been on it in a while, but I used to be like eating vegan,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mhm.
more than vegan. It was
Yeah.
raw and no oil and no Okay, well the guy I used to listen to, the doctor that I read the book from, he would say that it can help, like to keep cancer away, eating like that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll. I mean, it's not like a perfect,
Stop. Yeah.
a perfect protection, but
Yeah.
it will help from getting cancer, right? Any
Mhm.
cancer. Well, more or less any cancer.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
a lower chance of.
Yeah, you become you're
Mhm.
you got a real lower chance, right? And one thing about doctors, like if you're like I heard this guy. The reason I mentioned it is because there was a video on Facebook that he said, I refused chemo and beat cancer with my vegan diet. That's what he. And then it was the guy came out and started talking, right? Well, on the trials that they've done back in the day, and that nobody really talks about. There were trials with rats where they gave him a real high dose of protein, like I think milk, the protein that's in milk. I don't remember the name of it. Sir, it's a C or something, C word, but that they were giving it to the rats, right? And giving them a high dosage of that, and then they were giving them, like when you smoke cigarettes, they say you have something in you that gives you a real high chance of getting cancer. That's, and most likely you're gonna get it from smoking. Well, they would give them that certain carcinogen or whatever, a certain carcinogen plus they were a high dose of protein. My bad, a high dose of protein. Well, the other rats were getting that same carcinogen without a high dose of protein. The protein they were getting was mainly from vegetables, right? So the ones that were getting the milk protein started growing lumps inside, right? And they didn't let them go cancerous. They were lumps, and they looked at them, and there were, I don't know, call them polyps or something, but they're like, yeah, if we allow this to keep going, they're gonna develop cancer. So they're like, okay, what about the other rats? They're getting the vegetable protein, no cancer, nothing, no polyps, no nothing, right? So the rats that were getting the protein from the milk, cancer going up, they over here, nothing. Then they said, okay, what happens if we swap them? The ones that have the polyps, take away the protein, give them the veggie protein. Now give the other ones that have
high protein.
Yeah, the high protein in the milk, from the milk. What happens? The polyps got smaller, stopped growing. They stopped it, like they froze them. They got a little bit smaller. They didn't go away because now the thing is, you grow a piece of something inside you. It's not going to go away. You have it now. It's stuck, but it stopped growing, right? And all of a sudden, the ones that were fine started getting it, and the ones that had it, it stopped continuing, right? It stopped in its tracks, and then they were like, all right, well, let's switch them back. They switch them back. Well, the ones that had stopped, they started getting it more, to where it will become cancerous, right? So I remember all this. There's a few studies, a China study and stuff that kind of show this, right? So this guy said, I saw that video. I was like, wow, I'm gonna share the crap out of this video. I'm gonna show, look, the doctor I was saying. This guy says, well, I started listening to him, and first he starts off by saying that he got diagnosed with cancer. They right away did an operation to take out big lumps of his colon or something to get rid of it, to get rid of most of the cancer. Then they told him, after the operation, they gave him Sloppy Joe so he could, for food at the hospital. And he tells the doctor, hey, do I need to eat specific foods or stay away from foods? And the doctor's like, nah, eat whatever, just don't pick up nothing heavier than a beer. Don't pick up heavy stuff right now because you had an operation. But you can eat whatever, don't matter. He's like, okay. So he's like, I was eating Sloppy Joes and stuff, right? So then they told him, you're going to get chemo for I don't know how long. It's going to hurt you. It's going to be bad, but it'll give you a fighting chance for cancer. So he starts doing investigations, finds out that a raw vegan diet can help. So he gets on that, but which is fine, right? I would too. Like if I would too, and I would still take the chemo. I mean, because I'm going to follow whatever the doctor tells me to do. But I would do the vegan on my own. I would straight up vegan, as strict as I can, right? Because I've heard that it stops it, in certain cases. I know the doctor that was saying that before about that they stopped it and this and that and started it. Once you have cancer, it's hard to get rid of it. That's why he says, try to eat good now so you never get it. Because once you got it, it's really hard to remove it, right? So let's not get it. That was the whole purpose of the eating healthy. Well, this guy says the doctors told him nothing, that eat whatever. He starts eating healthy because he was reading up on it. But then he goes and starts doing alternative medicine, which is take these herbs, take this, take that, and trying everything he can. And at the end, finally went back to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, you stopped. It's stopped. It's in remission." You know, which doesn't mean much. It can come back.
Yeah.
But he's walking around. I think he said it's been like 6 years or whatever. He hasn't had any cancer. So the thing is, when he was talking about it, he, instead of sticking with the raw food part, he kept saying, "Oh, I tried this medicine and I tried this, all this fake shit." Alternative medicine is not medicine most of the time, right? And if it's herbs is medicine, but you don't know the dosage because it's a leaf. It hasn't been extracted and measured the dose, so you don't know. And plus, you're getting all these other things that when something grows in the ground, it picks up, it absorbs whatever chemical is around it. So you're eating all that chemical too. So herbs are not really the way to go. If you want something that's in that herb, go get the pill form of it, and you know how much you should take, the grams. It'll say, you know, for human, this is the consumption rate, whatever. So that really got on my nerves that he started saying all these alternative medicine stuff. I was like, really? I was about to share this video and shit. Nah, I disagree with his retarded ass. But I mean, yeah, he could have gotten rid of it, or it could have on its own went into remission, which has happened before, you know. Plus, he had an operation at the beginning to help with it. So, but for him to start saying, "Oh, you know, when you get cancer, don't listen to the doctor." That's what he was trying to say. Don't listen to the doctor. Go take all these alternative methods, and that's not cool.
Yeah, but not every person's the same though. You know.
And that's another thing. Everybody has reacts differently to different medicines, to different whatever, you know. So, but that really tripped me out, you know. Alternative medicine is always follow what your doctor prescribes. Yeah, because there's a lot of so-called doctors out there, like homeopathic and even actually chiropractors is not real. It's not real. Now, a chiropractor can pop your back and stuff. That's fine. Yeah, it pops your back, whatever. They can. What do they call it? I don't remember the term they use to what they call it to pop all your bones. But the beginning alignment or no, there was another term that they called it. But yeah, they'll align your back or whatever, right? But there's a thing that they were all about was the reason they're aligning your bones is to go with your chi power, and which is nothing. This is just a made up term. So the powers in your the flowing of energy is what they're aligning. No, that doesn't make. That's not real. It's make believe. That's not science. That's magic. So, you know, that's not. But I mean, yeah, they pop your back and all that stuff. It feels good once they do that. You know, they pop all that stuff, and you're like, oh, relax. The only bad thing is it only lasts temporarily. It's just like a massage. You go get a massage, and it feels awesome when they're giving you a massage. By the time you get home, you're like back to if you were hurting before you went in, you're gonna be hurting again. It's a temporary, very temporary fix. It's not nothing that's gonna last.
Just relax your body.
Yeah, it'll relax you at that moment that they're massaging you, and then after that, you're back to normal. You know, like what they've said before. If you really, the best way to deal with back problems is if you're in a lot of pain, take pain medicine. Just let it heal on its own. Your body will fix it. You don't need to go to a chiropractor. I mean, if you want, you can, but it's going to heal on its own. That's the thing. I mean, people can think, well, yeah, you know, I went here and he aligned my back and now I'm going to feel better. Yeah, that's a placebo. You can think that if you want. The thing is, if you didn't go, you're still going to feel better. You're still going to get better on your own. You know, that's the thing. It's up to you. You know, but like me, I don't, unless I have money to spare, I go and get, you know, because I like that feeling of, like that getting all that stuff popped. That's cool. Other than that, I mean, like I've always heard, just the doctor will say no, back problems they'll go away most of the time. Most people's back problems go away. Not every. I mean, there's special cases somebody hurt themselves, but I'm saying, like, if all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't know, my back hurts. Well,
I slept wrong.
yeah, it'll go away on its own. It'll take a day or two, or you know, a little longer. But that's not. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Any other games? And has anybody played? Wally, no games.
No,
Wally, you need to start playing games.
I can't. Been waiting on that other one.
Okay.
God of War.
Does anybody play messenger games?
Someone.
Be like,
Oh.
what's that one game? It's on the computer. Forgot what it was, bro.
Every
I
messenger
don't
game's
play
on the
no
computer.
games.
No, it's like a
None of
message
your
game.
dumb games.
Faithy.
I don't play none of your dumb games.
Don't tell me you're playing the same one that everybody in
Yes.
my messenger is saying.
Everwing.
Yes.
I really hate
Okay.
it.
Oh yeah.
Mikey took you to that game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it was Alex and Chaka.
Mm-hmm.
They play it. Well, I played it first when it first came out. I started playing it, and they're like, "How did you get the score?" They're like 400 or something. I'm like, I don't know. I just played, and they're like so hard trying, and then like one day they were like 4,000 and everything.
know.
And I'm like, yo, what happened? Y'all beat my score, and they're like, oh yeah, that's so easy. And so they were playing it, and then Mikey came along, and then he like, oh okay, let me play. I guess why y'all keep playing this game? And then he liked it, and I guess he
Yeah, we'll
got
see.
you.
Yeah, I played most of the messenger games for when they first came out. That was the only game that was real. But I'm like, oh, this is like all. I have a few games like that on there. I used to play them all the time. I would go to Kroger's, and I'm like, Mom, quarter, and then they'd go shopping, and I'd put the quarter in, and I'd play those games, you know. And it was a airplane, and you just side to side. And the only difference was you had a button that he would do a flip. So if everything was coming at you and you had no way to go, it would do a flip, and you would miss the stuff, and then you'd come back, and you're good again, right? So, and you're just steady pushing the button as fast as you can, trying to
To shoot the bullets.
yeah,
or
to kill everything and all that stuff. And then on that one though, you have stuff on the how do you call it? You have stuff on the ground shooting at you. Plus, you have ships coming at you, you know, doing different things. So you have to see their ships. There'll be water. There's ships in the water and shooting at you. You have to blow up their guns and stuff like that. But yeah, that caught my attention. And I remember playing it. And I was like, wow, this is a good game. You know, I played it. I was like, cool. You know, they did good. But then I got out of it. And then I think Mikey sent me a request to play. So then he had a high score. And I was like, oh. He had like 800 or 900 or something. I was like, oh, hell no. So I couldn't beat him. Because I had to upgrade my stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I was at the very level 1 of everything, you know, and I was getting my butt handed to me. So I ended up started playing for, you know, for a lot. And then finally, now I'm like maxed on all that stuff. And yeah, I get like 2,000 or whatever score. But, yeah, he still beats me on the high score. The highest score, he's got over 2,000, you know. I haven't beat him. I can get like 18, 19, you know, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I can't beat that.
Yeah, so
I can't even beat my high score already. The one I had in the beginning. I don't know.
I already beat yours, so.
I don't even care. I don't care. I don't play that game.
Yeah, they
It's
made
not my
me
kind
do
of
it.
game.
I play 8-ball pool, but...
No.
Yeah, the other day also I played, I was looking at other games, and there was a basketball one where you just
Oh yeah,
flick
I
the
played it.
basketball.
Yeah, well, Messenger been having an app like that. So if you send a basketball emoji, and you click it, and it brings
Oh,
up a
it
game.
would bring up that game.
Well, a different game, whether a Facebook
Similar?
version of the game, and then that's when it first started with the Messenger games, with that.
Yeah, my mom's making fun of me. She posted on Facebook that I would ask for un peseta because I didn't know how to speak Spanish, and I would ask my grandma for that. You know, 'cause I didn't know una peseta. I would say un peseta for a quarter. She just posted on there. Remember, LOL. It's not funny, Ma. I didn't know. Y'all didn't teach me correctly. It's y'all's fault. But yeah, I would always ask, un peseta, por favor. And so I'd go play. At that Kroger's where I was playing that game, they had either that, then they had Galaga, then they had Street Fighter, of course. Then they had, I'd play a lot of, what's the other one? They had the basketball game, NBA Jam there at one point. I don't know, I played a lot of games there. But I remember one time they had a Street Fighter that you could just keep doing fireballs, and you could fill the whole screen up with fireballs. And I would just do that the moment they fight. Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. And then the other guy would try to jump. He couldn't jump over him. Yeah, and then he'd get hit, and then he'd get dazed. And then as he's dazed, all the other ones would hit him. And so...
Cheater.
Yeah.
Spamming the same button.
Oh yeah, just doing that over and over. And then you could, and then after I'd have it completely full of fireballs, and I would do of course the slow ones. Well, I'd start off with the fast ones, which would shoot like missiles across. They would shoot, so the person couldn't do nothing. And then I'd start throwing the slow ones, and they'd come really slow, you know. So I would fill the whole screen up, and then I would do the uppercut from where I was at, and he would go with his fist all the way to the edge of the screen, and then go up. So regardless of where they were, I'd hit them. You know, I love that game. Man, I love that game. Fluffy, is that you saying that you're gonna play? You're gonna be doing your show Friday? I'm thinking that's you. It's a DJ Fluffy show on Friday. So tomorrow, I guess he's gonna be out the hospital.
Sweet, finally.
And yeah, and he'll come to his show. So far, no guests. I guess I'll be his guest on the show.
I'll be the guest.
I'll be right back.
And my mom's saying that I didn't want to learn Spanish. That's what.
Probably.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. Any other games, Faithy?
No.
Anything you've been playing? Any new? Watching any movies? You got any anything to say about anything new?
No, I just literally watch the same things over and over again because there's nothing new.
Like today, I get home and she's watching Jumanji. Y'all remember that? Jumanji?
The best movie ever.
She says it's the best movie ever.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's the best movie ever because of Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I like Robin Williams. He's funny.
He's great.
Yeah. Cool. Let me see. Other than that game on the Messenger, haven't been playing much. I've been messing. Oh, how about you, X-Man? You play games, right?
Yeah, I play one.
What is that?
Mystery Pets. It's like just straight up Pokemon. So.
Like a Pokemon game?
Yep.
Okay. What else? You got any games on the Xbox One that you've been playing?
Same thing, Division and what's it called Rainbow.
Rainbow Six?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the newest one?
Yeah, Operation Health.
You play online or you play
Online, yeah.
online? Cool. And Junior, you don't play any other games?
What? I play golf with friends.
Yeah, I like that.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
What's that?
It's a mini golf, like putt-putt.
On what?
Oh my
on the
god.
PC.
Oh, on the PC. I'm thinking on the phone. Like
No, I
shit
like
on the phone?
during the Steam sale, I bought the golf it, and it's just like golf with friends. But the thing I liked about it is people create their own maps and then upload them to the game, whatever. So I'm like, whoa, it's better. You sold me there. People upload maps instead of playing the same 4 maps or whatever the other one is. So that's what I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started with Roblox golf though. Then I started playing other games.
Cool.
That's what I like, playing those kind of games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like me, my games. The other day, I turned on the arcade that I have here, and I played a little Street Fighter, and I played Pac-Man. The only thing I noticed is that controller has that blue control. It's not good. I need to replace it with a higher quality one, because when I bought them, I was just testing it out, so I bought a lower quality. It's it was one pack and it came with the blue and the red. Well, the buttons are fine, but that blue stick is not good, because I would try to go like left and it would go up or it would go down instead. I was like, what the hell? It just doesn't feel
calibrated right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. So I had saw some I got them on Amazon. So I saw one that is a skinny stick. That one has the ball. This one's more skinny, taller, but it has you can pull up on it and turn it, and it only do 4-way, up, down, left, right, and then you turn it the other way and it'll do the circle, eight positions. So I'm thinking of getting one of those, or getting both of them and swapping them out. Yeah, because I can't stand that controller. I like to win, and that couldn't win with that one. What else? Let me see. I guess that's about it. I know. So DJ Fluffy's having a show tomorrow, so check in 9 to 11. We got the Super Tejano Friday show. Saturday, DJ Jimmy Ray should be having his show. As of now, he's having it. So check him out from 8 to 10. Sunday, we're going to be doing benefit at Shooters. So y'all need to come out. We're doing a benefit. We're going to have, it's going to be a Tejano concert free. So y'all need to come out and show support. Show support for Jesus, who's having the benefit. He's having problems. He needs to pay his medical expenses. He's always helping everybody out, so it's our turn to help him out. So they're going to be selling barbecue plates for $10. So this is July 9th. This is this Sunday coming up. Starting at 11 a.m., we'll have a barbecue plate sale for $10. So come and help him out, show your support. And then starting at 2, we're going to have bands going on here and it's going to be at Shooters. So this is all going to be happening at Shooters, 7337 Spencer Highway. So go to Shooters. 10 o'clock we start the food, and then at 2 we're going to start the bands. The first band going up is going to be Madeline Hernandez. She's going to be performing for an hour. Then we're going to have Dodi y Grupo Nivel. Then we're going to have Grupo Lumbre. And then Grupo Alianza. And these are all awesome bands. This is an awesome lineup. You need to come check them out. They're donating their time. So, I mean, y'all come out and support. They're helping out, Jesus with donating their time. So come on out and show your support for him and for, the Tejano bands. And also DJ Jimmy Ray will be in the mix. And we're bringing out our light show. So we're going to have the light show going on behind the bands. And like I said, DJ Jimmy Ray will, the best DJ in Houston, Texas, will be out there on the 1s and 2s. So come on out, and most of the SCP radio crew will be out there. So come say hi to us. We also have pre-sale tickets for $10. So if you need a ticket, we got them. See anybody from the SCP radio crew, and we'll get them to you. Alrighty, I guess that's gonna be it for the show. Thanks for everybody for listening. Thank y'all guys for coming in.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. What's my line? Okay, where can we find you at, Junior?
You can find me on Instagram. It's at Tamale Boys.
At Tamale Boys. Faithy? Nowhere. X-Men?
Snapchat, Xavier.
Xavier on Snapchat. And La Wally. Oh.
I'm one of the brothers. Yeah. What's up? No,
Malasha?
Hey. No, you can find me at Wally Silvers on Instagram.
Instagram. All right, everybody with their Instagram. Okay. You can follow me.
Trying to be Instagram famous.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Space Cadet Pro. On Instagram at Space Cadet Pro. See, I got Instagram too. Find me on Facebook on Space Cadet Pro or Michael Lopez. And I'm always on scpradio.com, checking out anything there. What else? Don't forget to subscribe to our show on iTunes. You go to iTunes, look up Source Code News, and we'll pop up. Subscribe there. Leave a review. That helps us get better ratings. It pushes us up higher, in the ratings. Or whatever podcast app you have. Subscribe to us there. And if you don't find us, let me know which one you have, and I'll add it to that app. You can also email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727, and we may play it on the next show if that's what you want, or just ask us a question and we'll answer it on the next show. That's what I got Hector for. All week he's here ready to go, answering questions. How to fix, how to tear this all apart and fix it and put it back together. He knows it all.
Faithy knows more than he does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when he can't figure it out, Faithy does it. But, Faithy's too expensive. Faithy's too expensive, so I just go to Junior first.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
We'll be here next Thursday, 8:30 p.m.
Are you sure?
SCP Radio. And see you guys next week.
Bye.
Laters.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on spacecadetpro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.